Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today guys, we've got some PvP and battle results in that of this formation that I've been testing and using. So I've built this full dwarf formation pretty much using Falgin, Gimli, who I've not previously used but now have unlocked his axe and stuff like that, Dain of course, and Gandalf the White. So yeah, we're going to go through all over the gear, builds, everything like that and such. And yeah, I've been getting some pretty decent results with these guys. They're pretty good. Alright, so let's get into it. So first off, we've got Falgin. We're using him as my absolute tank. Now, I have him at respect level 10. I really would love to level him up and stuff and get his relic and that, but I don't have the gear and stuff and such at the moment and respect to be able to do it. But he still does very, very nicely. So as you can see, I use the same kind of gear that I use like on my Sealed or Frodo and stuff, which is all unit defense gear. You can see these Swan Knights have 253 defense before any of his stats and skills start coming into effect. So as you can see, we've got Thrain Guards maxed out here, which reduces the amount of damage by dwarf units and 3 allied formations when the first 6 hits by 30%. This will go up to 8 instances at level 5, and then this effect is modified by the command stat, which we have pretty good command at 442 here from this gear, because all of this gear is going to be increasing the command stat. The next one is Ered Luin. And for this one, for each type of dwarf formation in your unit, the defense of this commander's formation is plus 10 up to 2 stacks. So you're going to be able to get plus 3, so an extra 30 defense on top of this here. You're going to be getting close to 300 defense Swan Knights by the time everything kicks in from everyone. And a little bit of unit HP is really good as well. So very nice. And I'm using the Swans on there as a tank to defer damage from the rest of my commanders in the early rounds. And then the rest, I got my points to the musicians, which give a chance of doing a little bit of healing and stuff. It's affected by the focus stat, so we're not really getting really major buffs from that. But at level 5, it also purifies 1 debuff, which is really good. Gandalf the White, pretty self-explanatory. Z1, very strong. Got him fully set up, of course, for a high focus build for that White Council damage reduction, which I get about 79. And then I believe for damage reduction, the 90% is the absolute maximum cap. So the dwarf damage makes up that extra difference. So you're getting the full 90% from the White Council and from Falgin's Thrain's Guard skills, which helps an absolute ton. So really, really high damage reductions. I'm getting very close to getting enough points to being able to get the stun as well, which would be very nice. Using the Ram Riders here because I wanted to use medium units because I didn't want to use small against when everyone else is using medium units. But the Ram Riders are pretty tanky, pretty good. They've got good HP and stuff like that, and they don't really need to do a whole lot of unit attack to have really good damage dealers. So you can see those two guys didn't do a lot of damage because they're more like the tanks and stuff like that. But then we can see Gimli, he was the one who probably was not protected by the Swans and took a lot of the damage early. Therefore, you can see why Dain had survived more. But he did 102,000 damage there. You can see the gearing that we got on him is for a full attack. Actually got 1 point higher attack than my Dain at the moment, which is really, really good. So yeah, really good defense as well. 133, 272. And then I skill him with Experienced Warrior and of course Durin's Blood maxed out. And then my last point is going to Lord of the Glittering Caves with the Ram Riders once again. Using his Balin's Axe, which is really good. So if you bump into any armies that are using Gil, it's going to help. You will see some harder battles in that later on, and you'll see some results. And then of course we've got Danny Boy, of course, got my best possible gear on there. I have made some changes where I now have some Warcry on there. I'd love to have a full Warcry set, but unfortunately don't have those yet. Maybe one day. I didn't change this skill. I actually forgot to change this because I wasn't using small units, but I've actually changed that. You might see that in a later report where I've just put that into the power of the bloodline. I did that for some of the other commanders as well, putting a few points into like Gimli and that as well. Yeah, but as you can see, like my levels are pretty strong. Like these guys are both like level 10 pretty much. I think Gimli's 11 now, and then I got 2 Zeniths. So these first battles not super strong, like as you can see, like commanders. Obviously, I outgear him, outlevel him. He does use Gil, which is quite good because it does give him avoidance, which means I don't do as much damage early. Plus, he's using all of these guys that have pursuit, so if I was using Gil, that would help him out a lot. But still, I won this very easily. As you can see, if you look at the breakdowns, we ain't going to take too much into effect with this because it was pretty overpowered compared to him there. But we do have some other reports here that we can go over. So if we go have a look at these ones, you can see, like, I got into a few battles like where they were quite simple. Like, these were level 43s here. So he was, but none of the real major meta commanders, but he was using like a Gimli and stuff here. But unfortunately, I outgear and stuff like that. So not major really good battles to go on. I was already damaged here. Like, it would have been nice. But this one was not too bad. We versed Sander here, who's got like a couple of decent commanders, like as you can see. But then it falls off. But Z1 Gil, whenever versing Gil and stuff, it's pretty hard. But we won that fairly easily. He has a few of the things, but my gear and stuff like that obviously helped me win that battle pretty easily. This one here, we versed this guy. It was pretty uneven once again. Frodo staying alive, but very easy battles there. We then versed this guy, which is quite a decent one. Actually, no, this was a major one, wasn't it? Yeah, so now this one I hit a lot of siege and stuff, and then I battled this guy with 3500. He was using like Gil and stuff like that, and Legolas, who I've been testing out, is actually pretty good. I can't wait to show you the video about him because I've been using him in my second build in that, which you will see. Like, you can see some of the reports there. But this is the major one that I wanted to show you here to wrap up the video. So this one versus James here. So as you can see, using a pretty good setup here. So we've got a level 10, pretty decent gear on Thranduil with his relic as well. Then we got Elrond there with his relic. Like, so this is a bit of a better step up and stuff like that. Gandalf the White, not the highest, but still gets pretty good. I feel like he needs to change over the focus gear there to really help out a lot. And then we've got Gala as well with the relic. So this was a bit better. He did a lot more damage to me and stuff. So if we look at the breakdowns, you can see I received 208,000 to nearly 300,000 with a bit of healing. So about 270 to 200. So it was a pretty good battle overall there. So yeah, it's pretty solid. It's obviously not as good as using like Gil or like Isildur and that, and the big meta commanders and that in there, but it has been doing pretty well. But yeah, my next video, guys, is going to be about Legolas. You can see some of the reports there. Been doing really good. Like, I'll show you the formation. So the next video is going to be this formation that you're seeing here. It's a little bit different. I'm not like Gil's like a bit of the meta commander, but I'm staying away from the big boys. And I'm telling you now, this setup is doing really well. So it'll be a very interesting video to see in the next couple of days when I release it. But alright, guys, we're going to wrap up the video there. So until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous.
Thousands songs of the EJU.